That's not mine. Who did my wife ship me with anyway? An alien? This is a series where I tell you a story, its subsequent theories and explanations, and then I let you make up your mind. This time the find of a strange skull has some speculating that aliens lived amongst us. The Starchild Skull. In 1930, in a cave in Mexico, two preserved skulls were discovered. One was of a woman, the other of a grossly deformed child. The skulls ended up in the hands of a couple living in El Paso, Texas, in the United States. The woman of that couple was a neonatal nurse who claimed not to be able to identify the abnormalities in relation to any deformity she had ever seen. A neonatal nurse specialized in deformities. Yeah. In 1999, paranormal researcher and author Lloyd Pye obtained the skull from the couple. After his own examination, he dubbed it the Starchild Skull. Tests dated the skull back to 900 years, and the dentist estimated the child 4 to 6 years of age. Lloyd Pye sadly passed away on December 9th, 2013. Strange differences are found when compared with a normal skull. The bone is 1/3 normal thickness and weight. Although made from the same elements as human bone, the levels of some elements, most notably carbon and oxygen, are higher than normal. The bone is also strong and difficult to cut with standard bone saws. It also lacks the little pitch called lacunae, essential to healthy bone growth. Well, I thought we knew the kid wasn't healthy. Microscopic fibers, unlike anything seen on Earth, have been discovered inside the bone. They seem to be part of the bone and may give the unusual strength to the bone. Bacteria consume all bone marrow after death, resulting in clean bones, yet red residue is found inside the skull. The skull is about the same size as a 12-year-old, meaning the size of the brain is about 30% larger than normal. It has strange, shallow eye sockets, which could mean exposure to low, zero gravity. Yeah, it was in space apparently. Lastly, CT scans showed that the inner ears are also a full 30% larger than normal. So he had floppy ears. Several DNA tests have been done over the years. The first one in Bold, British Columbia, Canada in 1999 in a lab allegedly not equipped to process 900-year-old DNA. After several failed attempts, a small sample was acquired, yet the results are generally believed to be unreliable as a result of contamination. Yeah, they should shower regularly. In 2003, Trace Genetics California, USA conducted a test with polymerase chain reaction technology, commonly used in forensic DNA analysis. This method is only capable of extracting human DNA, and the fact that larger amounts were extracted in the control sample leads some to believe that there is more than was possible to extract. So the kid's a criminal now? In 2010-2011, an undisclosed USA-based genetic lab conducted preliminary tests on samples of both skulls and claimed to have found DNA that was similar to human DNA, but large amounts were not similar enough to anything in the extensive database of known species on Earth. Must have been a small database then. In 2012, same undisclosed lab recovered a fragment of what appears to be the FOXP2 gene and discovered that it is different from the human fragment in no less than 56 positions. This fragment is identical in all humans and apes and has only one difference in monkeys. So according to the late Lloyd Pye and many others, all the previous proofs that the Starchild is a product of alien-human interbreeding. And the evidence seems quite compelling. But is it the only explanation possible? A mutation sounds too crazy, right? In some cultures, like the Mayan, the Egyptian and the Native American infants are strapped into cradle boards for safety and convenience. This can cause plagiocephality, in a condition resulting in abnormal flattening of areas in the infant's skull. This is sometimes done deliberately, and in some cases this can even be caused by pressures from gestation and birthing or even disease. The Starchild Skull, however, does not comply fully with this condition. Cradleboarding sounds like a sport to me. Bobsledding with a snowboard or something. Hydrocephalus, also known as a waterhead, if untreated until the age of 4 or 5, would result in a skull that displays distortions in almost every feature. All of the proper bones, prominences, holes and sutures would be present as in the Starchild Skull, but they would be deformed and displaced. The condition would build up over time and would result in a large, bulbous head resembling the typical image of a grey alien. So what is it? A waterhead or an alien? Why can't they be clear about that? These theories are all very possible and intriguing and merit further study. But what about the overwhelming DNA evidence? There are some solid facts that call the DNA study into question. First and foremost, we do not have any alien DNA with which to make a comparison. The initial test proved the child had a Y chromosome and thus is human. This is because the second skull has been determined to be the mother and thus the contributor of the X chromosome. Alien hybrid supporters say that the first samples were contaminated, but that could also be said about all the others. It is also said that inaccuracies exist in the discussion of the shotgun versus primers, proving the utter lack of expertise in the field of the alien hybrid supporters. You're a liar. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Kindergarten mentality. This is at best a difficult one to call. It relies on one's belief in one version or another, especially in the field of DNA testing. I'm not bothered about it though, because you decide. Did you like the video? Click the like button. Leave comments or start a discussion in the comment box. If you want to see more, you can subscribe to my channel. I have a vlog channel, so if you want to get bored, why don't you check it out? And you can follow me on social media. All links in the description. See you next time!